Iman Gadzhi has generated over $85 million using this sales funnel. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what his strategies are, every single step in his funnel, and how you can implement this into your business. Now, before I even go into the video, this is like one of the most complicated funnels I've ever mapped out, just simply because there's so many moving parts. Like, it's so complicated, right? But if you implement this into your business, there's a guaranteed return on it. And if you can, well, from the looks of it right here, it already looks complicated when you're trying to map it out. It involves a lot of work, but also there's a lot of return on the back end, right? And the crazy thing about this is every single, like, he uses this strategy for every single one of his products. So he has this funnel, which is basically, it moves in kind of a reflexive cycle here, and every single one of it leads to any event is running, or if it's trying to sell like a low ticket product or maybe a high ticket product. So we're going to be breaking down everything here, and I'm going to be showing you how you can implement this into your business to generate thousands, if not millions of dollars, right? So let's dive into it. So before we even go in here, you can see there's something at the center here, and this is basically his YouTube channel. This is the genesis of everything, right? If you want to call it that. Now, this is the top of funnel and middle of funnel strategy, and basically the audience at this point, they are problem aware and they're solution aware. And you have to think about your funnels in terms of problems and solutions. Your prospects can either be problem aware or problem unaware, and they can be solution aware or solution unaware. They can also be a mix of, two different kind of situations there. But at the top of funnel here, which is his YouTube channel, they are problem aware and solution aware. And what this means is that his audience knows him. They know they understand their problems. They know they can make $10,000 a month or $1,000 a month, and they also understand that Iman has a program where he teaches how to make $10,000, even $1,000 a month, right? So Iman has been posting on YouTube since 2015, way before he became popular and successful. And this is the reason why his audience is attached to him, and they have a really, really deep resonance with him, because they can literally go back to the videos he posted from 2015 and watch all of his videos, like when he was broke. So that's like one of the most powerful things that Iman has going for him, and it's something that everybody who sells courses wishes they had, to be honest. Now, the next, we're going to go into this content flywheel. There's a lot to break down here, so you want to stick to the end, right? There's a lot going on here, but we're going to break it down step by step so that you don't get bombarded with so much information. So here we go into this content flywheel, and we're going to intro into this guy called Logan Forsythe. Now, pay attention. Logan Forsythe is the man that can make anyone go viral. You can go check out this podcast he did with Brett Malinowski, and basically this guy, Iman, reached out to him, to Logan, to help build an in-house content redistribution team. And his words, Iman wanted to replicate what Andrew Tate had done, but in a more controlled manner. Now, think about when Andrew Tate was blowing up. You couldn't open TikTok or Instagram without seeing Andrew Tate. This was what Iman wanted to do, but in a different way that he can control everything. Because in Andrew Tate's situation, he couldn't control it, right? People would just go off the rip, post wild clips of him saying wild shit. But in this case, Iman wanted it to bring like the better perspective. He wanted to be at the kind of the good end of the spectrum instead of the bad end, right? Because people would just take stuff of Andrew Tate where he's saying stuff and just take it out of context, edit it, clip it up, and just post it on social just to make it go viral and have people upset. But Iman wanted to control that. Now, next thing they did was, according to Iman, they started posting about 5,000 short clips per month. And in order to achieve this, they had to create like hundreds of ancillary social media accounts that were going to be reposting Iman's content. Now, let's go into these accounts and actually how everything, the flywheel here works. So the first thing, Iman creates long form YouTube videos, and you can see here he has 4.8 million subscribers, almost 5 million subscribers at this point, which is wild. Now, if we scroll down here, you're going to see we have Iman's TikTok accounts. Now, on TikTok, Iman has two main accounts, which is Real Iman Gadzhi and Iman Gadzhi Unscripted. And here he has 3 million followers, and here he has 183,000 followers. Now, you can see here, basically what they're doing is they're taking clips from their cutting up clips from his main channel and also from his podcast as well, which I'm going to show you in a second. And they are posting these clips onto his TikTok channel. And bear in mind, they're distributing these 5,000 short clips every single month. I don't know if they've increased the volume right now, but that was what Iman mentioned himself. So they were doing about 2,500 to 5,000 short clips per month. So they distribute it to these channels, and basically this serves as a top of funnel strategy to bring people in. People who are problem unaware and also solution unaware. So a simple search of Iman Gadzhi on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok will bring up tons of accounts repurposing Iman's content. And these are not just random people. These are actually his team members, accounts that he has set up within his team to repurpose his content, right? It's very, very simple. So for example, let's go to TikTok here. So you're going to see from the short form clips here are posted to these TikTok accounts. So if you search up Iman Gadzhi on TikTok, you're going to see a ton of accounts that look like, fan accounts, but they're actually his teams. They're actually set up in-house there. And basically what they do is distribute these clips of Iman. And this is going to make him go even more viral, because the more clips you put out, the more you're in people's face, the more you're going to go viral, because you just exist like perpetually in front of people, right? So they post a ton of clips. You can see here, this one has 135,000 views, 500,000 views, 600,000 views, and it goes on. Like, there's thousands of them on TikTok. Now the next one is Instagram Reels, and the same thing is applied to Instagram Reels, where if you just come into the search bar, just type in Iman Gadzhi, you're going to find tons of accounts. Obviously you're going to see he's at the top because that's the main one, and he has over 1.7 million followers there. You're going to see tons of accounts as well that are repurposing his content and posting short form clips on these accounts. And basically what they're doing is they're funneling people back to his main account. So the TikTok accounts funnel people to his main TikTok account, and then those people gradually, and like, they're obviously going to search for him on YouTube and other platforms as well to follow him, right? And also these people are funneled to his main Instagram account as well. So if you type in Iman Gadzhi and click on one of these hashtags, you're going to see a ton of content. Like you can see right here, posts that are tagged with Iman Gadzhi are like 71,000, which is absolutely crazy, right? So but when you actually think about the volume of content they're putting out on a monthly basis, it makes sense. So it only takes 12 months to post 60,000 short clips if they're posting 5,000 clips every single month. So and let's keep going. So that leads, so the content is repurposed from long form into these Instagram Reels and these TikToks, and also to Iman's TikTok accounts. Now the next system he uses here is YouTube Shorts. Now if you search Iman Gadzhi, if you search Iman Gadzhi and filter it by channel, you're going to see a ton of accounts. I think YouTube was like where he started this stuff, because way before TikTok and way before he started posting on TikTok, I think these accounts were in existence. So like there's a ton of accounts here that you're going to see. If you just search Iman Gadzhi and filter it by channel, you're going to see a ton of accounts, and they post clips to all of these channels like every single day. If you follow any of these accounts, they post clips every single day. And you can see here they also redistribute to YouTube Shorts, which is exactly why these accounts exist. And that's for the YouTube Shorts. Now, the Instagram Reels as well, like I said, funnel back to this. And now we're going to break down how he actually, what he actually does with his Instagram. So Iman's Instagram looks like really, really random. No descriptions, nothing, no CTAs, nothing. And this is actually very, very deliberate. Now, this is a top of funnel / middle of funnel strategy, and it's a problem aware kind of strategy. It's the prospect that's visiting his page is problem unaware. They have no idea that they have the problem that Iman is about to reveal to them. However, Iman's Instagram is crafted meticulously, even though he says it's random. He says like shit posting and all this stuff, but it's not random. He has over 1.7 million followers, and his Instagram primarily showcases his flashy lifestyle without, presenting any CTAs to the people who are visiting this page. And this is because if you want to persuade young boys, you need to show them the lifestyle, right? You can't really sell very efficiently without showing the lifestyle, even if it's a bit. That's why people like Iman, Luke Belma, Andrew Tate, they've mastered this stuff and they understand how to, flex. And also make it known that if you buy my course or you follow my steps, you're going to get to where I'm at, right? It's funny because most of those people actually will never get to that point. So, but that's by the way. Now we have the third strategy here, which is long form YouTube podcast. Now this is a really, really big one. This is a really big one because Iman went on a run. He went on a run just like what Andrew Tate did. What Andrew Tate did from like probably 2019 to 2022. So this is like a top of funnel strategy. And at this point, the prospects are unaware. So they have no idea about the problem. They don't know about the problem that they have. And that's what Iman is going to reveal to them when they actually go to his channel to look for him. Right. So Iman went on a ton of well-known podcasts from 2021 to 2023. He was one of the people who hopped on the trend early, same as Andrew Tate. And now he does not even need to go on podcasts anymore because they've drawn in millions and millions of people into their ecosystem. Like Iman literally has 5 million people on his YouTube. Like that is insane. And just at the end of 2022, I think Iman had about 200,000 YouTube subscribers thereabouts, or at the end of 2020 thereabouts, right? So there's like a ton of work that goes into this, obviously, but if long form YouTube podcasts are one of the biggest ways to, leverage other people's audience because they get to watch you for a long time, 1 hour span, 2 hour span sometimes, and they get to, resonate with you more deeply than just when you're publishing, 10 to 20-minute videos. It's a lot different when people are consuming 1 hour plus. And in the research by Google, they said people need to consume your content for 7 hours across 4 different touch points, I think. Don't quote me on that. But like they have to, come in contact with you on several social media platforms and also watch you for 7 hours total combined before they can turn into a buyer, right? So this podcast are also clipped up into 30, 60-second clips and are redistributed to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. And this is deliberately done to increase the amount of touch points that prospects have with them. So every single platform, this is making yourself omnipresent. This is making yourself literally like putting yourself in front of people every single minute. Not just every single day, right? So this podcast are also clipped, so you can see the arrows right here directing to the TikTok, Iman's TikTok accounts, Instagram Reels, and also YouTube Shorts. So the podcasts are clipped up, and so we're going to go into this strategy here where people from his long form. Another thing to notice is that people from his long form YouTube podcast. So these new viewers now go on to search for him on YouTube and they will eventually find his YouTube channel, right? And they're kind of problem aware at this point. So maybe Iman is most likely going to bring up, problems that young guys face. So for example, problems in relationships, problem with not making any money, problems with trying to start their own business. Now they are problem aware. And now they're looking for a solution. And the way to find that solution is to find Iman so they can see if he has a solution for them, right? They are still solution unaware at this point, but at least now they know they have a problem because they have watched Iman's podcast, right? So now, as well as this strategy, so something to note is that all of the short form content is funneled back to his YouTube channel. All of the short form content that is created, so the 5,000 clips that are created are redirected back to his main YouTube channel, and that's how he gets to gain a ton of subscribers and also a ton of eyeballs on him. Now, the next one here is Twitter. And the Twitter strategy is really, really simple. So Iman Gadzhi, this is a middle of funnel strategy for him. And the audience here is solution aware. Now, Iman's Twitter consists of 2 main types of content these days. It's a split between 98% motivational, flexing, and educational, plus 2% selling. And the reason it's 2% selling is because the Twitter audience is like super aware. Like they know when you're trying to sell them something. Like it gets annoying sometimes, but that's just the game. That's what it is. But like they get very, very, they're very aware of when someone is trying to sell them something. That's why you have to be careful the way you sell on Twitter. Although like no one gives a shit, you go ahead and sell. Like no one literally cares that much. But he funnels his Twitter audience to his offer landing pages, and also his event landing pages when he does events. And so that's going to bring us into the events that he does. Now, Iman does events regularly. By 2022, I think he was doing 2 events a year, but now he has increased it. He has increased the frequency a lot, and now the purpose of these events is to, you know, bring his solution to his audience. So it's a middle of funnel strategy. Now they know him, they know they have a problem, and they also know that Iman has a solution for them. And all of the people who have discovered Iman are now going to have been nurtured, and they've been nurtured over a period of time with his long form YouTube content. And during these events and launches, he funnels his audience from all these platforms to the event landing page, where they now opt into his email list and join the Telegram event to be nurtured on the back end. This is extremely important to understand, because you can have your audience, at the top of the funnel, but you also need to have them in your email list. This is to make sure that you can nurture them and then hopefully convert them at the back end. This is a very, very important strategy that most info products miss. They just promote content at the top of the funnel and they forget about, their email list. And this is one of the events that he hosted recently, Agency Accelerator. And basically what they did was, collected people's emails and also added them to a Telegram channel. And from the arrow you can see here, this event lead to the Telegram. And if you look at the Telegram here, we have 112,000 people inside this Telegram group. And this is this is like one of the most important things he's done, because a lot of people are moving to Telegram these days, so it makes sense that you're everywhere. Like, you don't have to say, oh, we don't use Telegram, we don't use WhatsApp. Iman actually has a WhatsApp community where he also nurtures his audience, even though they're not very, very effective. They're not very active. But this Telegram is a middle of funnel strategies, because they're also solution aware. His Telegram serves as a middle of funnel strategy to educate his prospects on the event, provide fee value, and then convert them on the back end. This serves the same purpose as his email list. Now, if you go I went into my email and I just typed Iman Gadzhi into the search bar, and it brought up a ton of results. Now his team is sending out a bunch of emails. You can see this is 31st May. Let me just increase that. This is 29th May. This is 27 days. So almost every 2 days, if not daily. Right, so there is a ton of emails here, and you can see why having to join Agency Accelerator. In 24 hours, Agency Accelerator closes. All this is carefully crafted, to convert these prospects on the back end. Right, you need to have an email list. An email list is one of the most important parts of your funnel. You need to have an email list that's going to, create a personal relationship with your prospect. This is how you get to convert a lot more people. Like, if you do your email correctly, you should be making at least 10 to 20% of your monthly revenue from your email solely. Email is like extremely powerful for the amount of investment that you have to make. You literally just have to pay a copywriter, get some software, and have people opt into your email list and send them like blast emails to them. Right, so they send out a bunch of daily, weekly emails to his list and use a CTA that prompts them to buy the offer. Now, that also leads to, in order for them to buy the offer, they need to be redirected to his offer landing page, and they have the standard CTA for that. And also, the people from the Telegram are funneled as well. So you can see the arrow here, the funnel to the landing page, where he now sells his offer. And at this point, the prospect is fully converted and onboarded into his course and community, and he sells whatever offer he has open at that time and generates millions of dollars. Now you can see how the customer journey is. It's quite a bit to craft. Like, it's obviously going to take you a while. It's not something that you're going to just start out and crush it like Iman Gadzhi, but it's something that you can implement into your business today, right? Have your top of funnel strategy. And also, if you take a look here, you can see that there's also a back and forth relationship between his YouTube channel and his Instagram account here. You can see that his YouTube audience is also funneled to his Instagram, and those who discover him from Instagram go to search for him on other platforms, and this creates kind of a reflexive cycle where you search for him on YouTube, you see him on YouTube, but you funnel back to Instagram. You search for him on Instagram, you funnel back to YouTube. Right? This is very, very deliberate. None of it is. Some people think Iman Gadzhi just blew up out of nowhere. No, he actually put a lot of effort and thoughts into it. Right? And this is why this is like one of the most complex funnels I've ever broken down. Right? Because there's a ton of moving parts here. So, couple things to note here. One of the most important things is that content redistribution is kind of the pillar of this, and the roots that has to be created is kind of, you need to have you need to have good content, good long form content that exists in order for you to do content redistribution. Because without all this content, there's no content to be redistributed. So you need to go on a run, just like Iman did, like the way Andrew Tate did. Go on a run, podcast run, go on people's podcasts. If not big podcasts, you can go on like people's YouTube channels, make a ton of content with them, and then redistribute these clips to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, your personal TikTok also if you have one, right? Just like the way Iman has here. So, and yeah, let me see. I might be missing something here. Let me see. But yeah, that's literally how Iman Gadzhi has generated over $85 million at this point with his info products. And this is something you can replicate in your business today. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you leave a comment there. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment below, and also drop a like so that YouTube can recommend this to other people as well, other cool people like you, and have them watch this and gain this useful information. Because I've looked around the YouTube and I've not really seen a lot of videos breaking it down like this. So I decided to make one of these videos so that you can have it and you can take this and implement it into your business. So as always, take this information, use it to implement it to your business, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.